All right, so I've had the Ventum 33 for about 2 months now. Got it broadhead tuned out to longer distances. Everything seemed to tune up pretty decent. We had a couple issues initially. Straight from the pro shop, it was set at about 11/16 on the center shot, but I was getting a right tear out of it, so I ended up trying 13/16, and bare shafts just weren't really cooperating. So, you know, when it was all said and done, I ended up right at about 3/4, and bare shafts shot great, you know, out to 40, and then I had like some pretty good ones at 50. Mainly that's gonna be me at that distance. So with that said, you know, like I said, I got it broadhead tuned out to distance, and everything seemed to work out pretty good on it. The only weird thing that I have noticed on the bow is, I don't know if it's going to be easy to see here, but as you're looking at it right there, that left limb is kind of kicked up on that top left edge, and the bottom right is kind of kicked down. Like I said, it give me a second here, it tuned up pretty well for me. Right now I'm just running the 10-inch micro hex, and I used those like 3/4 or 1/2 ounce double weights here from that shortstop stabilizer that it came with. And I put those on the front there just because I ended up coming so far out that I didn't have to run like a ton of weight out here. Usually I run a 10-inch, but it's from like a normal position, and so I'm gaining, you know, another 5 or 6 inches or whatever they say it is coming off of here. So I ended up not needing as much weight here. I got the ripcord rest on there. Some people like them, some people hate them. I've never had a problem, so I just never have switched. I just put a little bit of tape on here for grip when your hands are sweaty or whatever, and then also it helps keep my hand a little bit warmer than, you know, just straight off the riser. It just takes the bite off. Using the Fast Heady XL, so I got the double pin there, and I just use those paint dots, you know, for yardages. They actually do work really well. So I'll use, the way I run this, my anchors and stuff are kind of inaccurate at different distances, so I can't really use sight tapes, and I'm not going to fight it. It just is what it is. So basically this is how I would run it for hunting. And the thing is this bow is shooting super fast, so that bottom pin right there, that indicator, is set at 50, and what that does is it puts that top pin at about 38. Okay, and it gets me about 1.5 to 2 inches low at 40, and then, you know, it's 1.5 to 2 inches high at 30, and 30 and 20 are basically the same. So this is how I'll basically run it for hunting. And that bottom white dot right there will actually put me dead on at 60, and then that one in between the 40 and the 50 pins is basically your 45 at that point. It's pretty much dead on at 45. It's close to it. So that's how I'll run it for hunting season. You know, that basically allows me to shoot out to 60 without touching anything. And for those yardages that are under 40 yards there, what I do is it's kind of like shooting a recurve or a trad bow in a sense. I just aim a little bit low. I know the cast of that arrow is going to end up being about 6 inches high, and so I just hold low. I mean, it's not a real big issue, especially at that distance. You know what I mean? To hold a little bit low on something is just not not a big deal at all. And it like I said, it enables me to shoot out to 60 without touching that sight. And yeah, so also one other thing I kind of wanted to kind of show you is this. I'm using the Total Peep, and the cool thing about this Peep is that, you know, if you're I'm gonna try to sit down here and see if I can't show you guys, like actually show you what I mean. So when you're looking through that Peep can twist. There we go. That Peep can twist quite a ways before you lose the perfect eclipse on your housing. And it's super helpful. I really like it. Plus here at the range that I shoot at, that sun, you know, that's east, obviously. I'm here in the morning and the sun always rises right there. And so it's always in my face, like just beating you in the face all the time. And the material that this stuff is made out of is super nice. It cuts the glare. Sorry about that. It cuts the glare down a ton. I mean, you get none out of it, and I just can't say enough of good things about that. I don't know, I mean, barring some sort of massive improvement on this, I don't think I'll ever use another Peep sight. I really do like it that much. That thing is awesome. You know, I can't speak highly enough of it. Cutting down the glare and the rotation. I mean, as far as what Peeps do for us as a shooter, I mean, it checks all the boxes. I can't think of a single negative thing to say about it. And it's one of my favorite things on that bow. But as far as arrows, so I switched from Black Eagle over to Victory this year, and I'll be using these VAP Elite 250 spines. And I got them cut to 29.5 inches carbon to carbon. And I'm going to be using the Valkyrie system again. This year I bumped the head weight down to 180 from the 210 short jags down to the 180 short jags. And I'm still running the aluminum 20 grain sleeve. And on the back end, I'll be running the same AAE hybrid 26s in a 4-fletch. And that's the rig for 2021. It does have a pretty stiff draw on it, I will say that. For me, I guess, for me at my draw length or whatever, you know, that Realm X, I mean, it just pulled like butter. I mean, that bow was an absolute joy to shoot. It just drew so nice and so easy. I really like that bow. It's just the grip. I gotta have like a fuller grip on it. And next year I'll probably be shooting a PSE because it just fills my hand up better. And this is like a happy medium. But you know, this bow, once you get back and on target, it holds good. I'm gonna hop off of here, and yeah, we'll catch you around.